Hello, everyone. Welcome to It's Sybil. I am Sybil Wilkes. Welcome in. Hello, happy Indigenous Peoples Day, happy Columbus Day, happy Italian American Day, whatever you choose to observe.
Really?
hmm
Why Italian American?
Christopher Columbus.
Oh, okay.
And they're not sure if he was Spanish, if he was Italian, but in some cities like Chicago, they brought it all together. It's Indigenous people, it's Columbus Day, and it's Happy Italian Americans Day.
Hmm.
We've got a
Because
lot of streets
I
named
was
after
going to ask you
Italians.
why is it called Indigenous People Day?
Because they were the original settlers. Christopher Columbus didn't discover America, it was
Right.
already discovered by the indigenous people, by the people who were native to this land.
And I
And
guess
appa-
that's what I'm asking. I didn't know the definition of say it.
Indigenous.
In,
Indigenous,
in,
Indigenous.
just because you spell it don't mean I can pronounce it.
And
You know that.
apparently Africans were here already. For several centuries, they had already been traveling back and forth on little boats on currents.
Yeah, they don't want to hear that. They don't
They
want to hear
don't.
about black folks being here already.
The evidence is there,
They-
though.
I know, but they don't. They're having a hard enough time with the Native Americans.
Hmm.
So
Yeah.
why do we call them indigenous? I'm serious. Why are they indigenous? Why aren't they Native Americans? Why are
Well,
they natives?
indigenous is just a bigger, fancier word for it for
Oh, it
people
is. Okay, so that's my question. So the
people who
definition.
are the originators, the original settlers,
Natives.
coming. They didn't just come in like Columbus. They've been here for a very long
Right.
time.
Okay. Are the originals? Is
Yes.
this, why aren't they the originals? Happy Original People Day.
Okay, for Yolanda, we'll call it Happy Original Peoples Day. The rest of us, indigenous, whatever.
Columbus Day.
Uh, Coy, did you work today?
I did. I had to work. And I'm indigenous.
We're
I
all
had to work.
indigenous.
According to my family, we're Choctaw.
I know, I know. We all got that line
Okay,
going
we
down
should. Oh,
our arm.
yes, we
Yeah,
do.
yeah, we know.
Yes.
Yeah, we know.
No, we really are.
Uh-huh,
We
uh-huh.
Uh-huh.
traced it
So are
to.
we. Yeah. Uh-huh.
No, we traced it to the
Oh,
reservation and
yes.
So do
everything.
we. Yeah,
Uh-huh.
yeah. My people from Oklahoma tribes. Where are your people from?
Alabama, Louisiana, Mississippi. That's where the Choctaws came from.
hmm and my people,
Yeah.
Mississippi
And then they walked
Indians.
the Trail of Tears. That's why they live in Arkansas now.
Yeah, I was gonna say my people came from Arkansas.
Hmm. High
My
chance.
my mother's family's name was Woolfolk. That was their Native American name.
I'm kidding. I don't know anything about that. And mainly because I refuse to. This is a whole nother direction, but I'm not giving up my DNA. I'm not. They not getting me because ancestry. Like they've been. They not getting me. So I don't know where I'm from or what tribe I'm from, but that's okay because Big Brother
Hmm.
and they not gonna have my DNA. They can have all of y'all's. They're not gonna have mine
Well, it's
voluntarily.
incomplete if you take the test because they don't have enough of a database from natives as well as all the African tribes to really give you an accurate
That's what
trace
they
either.
telling
So,
you so you can get it because the new world order they want to
Oh
track
my
where
God.
everybody is and you can choose to participate or you can because in the new world order they go get you. They just gonna have to work to get me. So the rest of y'all that's giving
It's
it
not
up,
gonna be hard work. It's not gonna be hard. It's not. It's not gonna. It's not
yellow
gonna take a
sniffle.
lot. It's not. Just. It's not going. I mean, and I'm not even going. I'm not even going to go any further than that. I'm just gonna. It's not hard work.
Boy, you just bust my little bubble. I'm like, I think I'm protecting myself and
I'm.
I'm
I'm. I know I'm not going to be left behind. I'm
right.
gonna. Yeah. Yeah. Your shoes, everything else. Yep. Yep. The fact that you don't wear shoes, the fact that you don't put socks on, your skin is leaving. You get DNA from all of that. You
Oh
just
boy. All right. Well, you bust my little bubble. Okay. Maybe I'll just go on and give it up.
well, not to say,
not going to give it up.
not to say that hasn't happened before,
Okay.
but
Right. Right.
okay,
Right.
okay.
Because they will beat you down until you give in.
Coy, did you go through the whole DNA and because my cousin has been trying to get me to do it, and I
Yeah, I
have
did
not.
it recently, a few years back. Before that, I already had an idea of family history. I have family members that have traced our family tree as far back as they could go. We're still working on that. It's an ongoing project.
I had
And
my
so,
mom had a cousin that did
yeah.
that, and God bless him, he died, and I don't know where any of all of that stuff is, but he was one before Roots. He was doing the
Wow.
that and tracing the family heritage and going all the way back. And I wonder where Tom put all his stuff.
Hmm.
Uh, but
Yeah,
it's
we did that.
and
I got it done for my parents
We
too.
did African ancestry too with the Joyner Show.
Hmm.
Sybil, you gave them your DNA?
Yep, sure did.
Oh, you're gonna be
What did
oh
it
my
say?
good. You're gonna be a part of that. Oh no, Sybil, we're gonna be separated.
We're already separated. You're there. I'm here.
Uh-uh. I'm just saying when the New World Order takes over, they go get
I
you.
know, and I'm going to be in the section that has beer and wine.
Yeah.
You aren't, so we'll be separate.
Not if we come over to your house first, Yolanda. They ain't getting none of us.
You and Coy will be together with the the vegans and all of that.
Now Coy gave up her DNA. I'm
Okay,
just saying. I didn't know you did that. Why you didn't tell me that?
because it wasn't that big of a deal. They asked us to do it for African ancestry, and we
Of
did
course
it.
they did. That's how they get you.
A black woman runs the company. I felt okay.
That's exactly how they get you. That's exactly how you know how it happened back in Senegal.
What
It,
happened?
it was a black man
See,
that
it wasn't a black. This was a black woman.
oh, there you
Yeah,
go.
yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
now
yeah. She's trustworthy, unless her name was Cinnamon or Spice or what was that?
Cinnamon.
What was Silk and Diamonds, Diamond and Silk. Unless that was their names, then no, I
oh
thought
wow.
okay.
So I
Yeah.
know you gotta move on, but Z trying to scare me.
Yolanda, if you've ever been in a hospital, they have your DNA. Z Walker, thank you so much
I
on
haven't been in a
Facebook.
hospital.
You lie and you
Where were you born?
a little prick there on your foot. You got a little blood here. Go.
oh, oh well.
Not to mention a couple of weeks ago, or 2 weeks before that, or 2 weeks before that. Yeah, you're good. You're good. Um, so let's talk about the What You Need to Know newsletter. This is our Monday through Friday newsletter in which we seek to super serve the African American community with our stories about and for Black people. And Coy is our social justice contributor. And if it's a day that ends in Y, Coy is writing a story about a racist attack at a Memphis store, a big box store, and with a man wearing a MAGA hat.
This week, I wanted to concentrate on stories that weren't getting a lot of press.
Okay, okay.
And this one was
But
not.
the theme is similar.
It is
Yeah,
similar,
yeah.
still similar, and my gabbers were flabbered.
Her gabbers were flabbered. Okay.
uh, um, there was an elderly racist white couple at a Memphis, Tennessee Walmart that were captured on video by several different angles, including the woman who was attacked in this video. And they were using a racial slur, calling her the N-word repeatedly throughout these videos. Apparently, how this
Were they
started.
in a rap album? What were they
I
doing?
know,
What
right?
was
They were trying to break a record.
it? Jeez.
Literally. It was bad. So, how this started was she was in the checkout line putting her items on the conveyor belt, and the elderly white man who's in a mobility cart, the
Oh, one of the
electric
yeah,
wheelchair cars,
yeah.
comes up and demands that she move her things so he could put his stuff up there. And she asked him, "Can he wait, please? Can you please wait?" And then that's when the onslaught of the N words and the cussing her out and all that stuff happened. So
Did she pull out her gun then, or did she wait till they got outside?
she pulled out her phone then, and she was
Oh,
filming everything, right? Because nothing else happened. And there was an armed security guard who approached at that time who tried to kind of calm things down, and he was just telling her to hurry up and finish her transaction. And the woman was demanding, "Hey, they don't need to be served in the store," because they keep calling me the N-word, and this was happening while he was there. Nobody was really acknowledging that or saying anything. There was another black woman that jumped in and was trying to get everybody to calm down, but no one was acknowledging this couple who was calling her an N-word. So outside of the store, you can see this woman is filming the white woman walk into the van, to their van, and she goes to get a copy of the license plate. While she's outside, she's kind of taunting them and saying, this isn't Nashville. Go back to Nashville, because apparently
Memphis. Wait. Memphis had the nerve to say.
this is in Nashville. Because apparently there was a recent incident in Nashville with neo-Nazis who were
Right.
marching
Yeah,
and
they're marching.
protesting and
Right.
what have you. So
Right.
she said, go back to Nashville. So the woman starts
With your
calling her a
MAGA hat.
bitter B word. The woman goes to get the license plate. And as this is going on, from that moment outside the store up to her getting the license plate, this woman just keeps calling her the N-word, 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 N-word.
Is she
She drops so
still
many
filming?
N-bombs. Yeah, she's still filming. So the woman is back at her own car, and the elderly man decides to drive up as if he's going to very slowly run her over. And she says, stop. If you hit me, she said, I will knock you out. I'm not playing with you. And from that moment is when the other elderly white woman comes and rams her with the shopping cart. So it sounds like a tussle ensues because you can't really see it. You can see like the phone going all over the place or whatever. And so a Walmart employee comes to break it up. He tells the couple to leave. And then he tells the black woman that, well, maybe it's just a coincidence. It was an accident that she did this. Another white man tries to break up the fight. He eventually blames the black woman and says, like, you all are always fighting here every time I turn around, and everybody else is always the problem. He says this as he's walking away from her because she's cussing him out. And still, yet no one has acknowledged the fact that this white couple has called her an N-word in front of them several different times. So one of the points that I made in the why you need to know is, why do black women have to repeatedly explain how they're violated and be calm while their violators are coddled?
Right.
And this is something that we've seen throughout history with black women who have been attacked or who have been cursed out or demeaned, degraded. And this is a continuous string of degradation of black women that we happen to see, because no one came to this woman's defense. Not really.
That is so unfortunate. That just. I mean, I read it, but it's in the telling. You know what I mean? It's in the telling and visualizing as you're telling the story, and having been in a Walmart at a time too. I was standing between a black man and a Hispanic man at one point, and they were about to get in it, and this was when people were carrying their guns started carrying their guns, and I stepped out of the way. And the lady said, "You're not gonna say nothing. I'm gonna go get somebody." But not even the security guard did anything. He didn't walk her to her car or anything.
No.
So what should have happened if this world was right? What should have happened to the couple?
They should have been reprimanded. This is not
What does that mean? What does that
like
mean?
this is
I
not
would file
something.
a
First of
report.
all, that's racist, and that's against the
hate
law and
crime.
illegal to
That's
be
a
using
hate
that word.
crime.
That word has
Wait,
been
hold on,
outlawed in
hold on,
1965.
hold on for a second. Hold on. It's against the law to call somebody the N-word?
It's
Yeah,
a
it's a
hate
racial
crime
slur.
if they're doing it. Yes.
It's a racial slur. That was outlawed in 1964.
And he's coming up and threatening her, and then she comes up and threatens her.
Well, yeah, no, that's not what I'm talking about. I'm just talking about, I'm just not sure what type of penalty they will face for calling her the N-word.
Well, I would put it on record. I would
we're not
file a
sure because
report.
they don't punish them, and that's the problem. A lot of racists don't get punished, and that's the problem. So
Unless it's
for us to
nasty.
fathom
It's nasty.
what that punishment will look like,
I
is
understand.
hard.
No, I'm just saying legally, what
Right.
is the punishment? Not, I mean, there has to be something that is set
Well, it
up.
depends on what's on the books, obviously.
Right.
But a hate crime is a federal offense.
So,
Yeah.
okay.
And it's not that they were doing this and they did it one time. It doesn't matter how many times they did it, but the point is that it kept happening and no one did anything
And they
about it.
followed
No
her
one
out
told them,
and
hey, y'all
yeah.
need to leave. Y'all need to calm down. Y'all need to stop yelling. All the focus was put on this black woman to calm down, to hurry up and go, to do all
Who
this.
was the security guard securing?
His fear.
Well, he had a weapon, didn't he?
I'm not sure. I couldn't tell. I have to go back and watch the video
But
to
the
see if he had
point
a weapon.
is,
But he is a
he's there
security.
to keep order in the
Right.
store. And if they are not, then he should have said, "Madam, I'll walk you to your car," or called the police and
Right.
said, if you want to file a charge against these people, we will do that too. She followed them out, got their license plate number and everything, and then done that. But and then send it to your lawyer.
Right. And that didn't happen. Nothing was done in terms of making sure that this couple stops antagonizing this woman. Now, I'm not saying it's right for her to, go outside and jeer at this woman for being, apparently, I guess maybe she was kicked out of the store. I'm just inferring that only because she said, "Oh, racists can't shop here." What, are you mad because you got kicked out, or she said something to that effect? So,
Hmm.
and I'm not saying that that's right either.
Do they
At the same
identify the
time,
woman?
I haven't seen anything that identified her in particular. I'm going
Right.
to go back and look into it. I think I saw a name, but the article that I found this originally posted on kept calling everybody in the video actors,
Hmm.
and then they named an actual actor that the older white man looked at. So that was a little bit confusing. So I'm gonna go back
Wow.
and research the other name that was dropped to see if that is related to this woman, this white woman in the video. Other than that, I'm not certain.
Wow. That's really
Right.
unfortunate. Uh, Very unfortunate. Um, we do have to move on looking at the time, but I do want to just say if we can find out some more information because this story just has too many gaps in there and too many questions and pauses and what have you. I would love to just find out some more information and we can find this woman and get her side of the story. Um,
Black woman or the white woman?
oh, definitely the sister.
Oh, okay. Okay.
White
Over
woman
the
will hang up soon as she see our faces.
I wish she would. Um, there was a shooting over the weekend at Tennessee State. I just wanted to give an update. Actually, there's no real update from as recently as this afternoon. What we know about the shooting is that it happened on homecoming Saturday after the parade, and around 5:10 p.m., police say gunfire came from two opposing groups at the intersection of 27th and Jefferson. The Metro Nashville Police Department said that the motive for the shooting remains unclear. They suspect that two of the people injured were directly involved in the shooting, but both refused to be interviewed at the hospital, according to the police. We can tell from the shell casings that there were gunshots from one side of the street and then on the other side of the street. And they said as the crowd began to thin out and people were going to their cars and things, that's when the shooting began. Unfortunately, there was one casualty. One man who died in the Jefferson Street shooting was identified as 24-year-old Von Quay Johnson. After sustaining injuries, he was taken to Vanderbilt University Hospital where he subsequently died.
Oh my
Um,
gosh.
Three of the victims were children, a 12-year-old girl, two 14-year-old girls, and a number of injuries. Uh, the rest of the adults had injuries ranging in severity from bullet grazes to a life threatening injury, and the most serious of them was a 55-year-old woman who was in critical condition upon arriving at Vanderbilt and underwent surgery there Saturday night. They don't have any other information that they're ready to release at this time. And they said, as I said, two people they believe were a part of the original beef, if you will, would not talk about it at the hospital. So, also, it is Ministry Monday, and Lord knows we need prayer days like this. Willie Mae McIver breaks down the levels of faith, but faith is much broader than just the five-letter word faith. There are levels of faith: strong faith, weak faith, wavering faith, faith without works, active faith, little faith, blind faith, just to name a few. And then there's the mustard seed faith, and the biblical references there. So please check out Willie Mae McIver's Ministry Monday.
I love that today. I love the Ministry Monday, but I love it every week. But
Right.
this one really resonated this week. So thank you, Willie Mae.
Absolutely. Um, Shootings in Nashville and abusive people in Memphis. So I don't know what's going on, and it's not just Tennessee. It's not just Tennessee; it's everywhere, unfortunately. Speaking of what's really going on, let's go to the question of the day. Now, this came to mind. I saw a friend's post of a fancy dessert from her anniversary dinner, and it's also, as I came to find out as I was looking up some things, it's also National Dessert Day. So I'm asking, what is your favorite dessert, or what dessert do you miss from your past? Like when you were a kid, was there somebody that baked? I have examples of that. I don't have any favorite desserts right now, quite honestly. Um,
Not even a chocolate overload
I've never had that chocolate.
lava.
I've never had.
The chocolate lava that I think
Yeah,
we get from Carrabba's is chocolate something,
yeah, that was good, but I mean that was the first time I ever had it when we went there for my birthday,
but it's
and
not your favorite.
I can't say that it was, but Ward seemed to enjoy it more than I did. So maybe you might want to ask him if it's one of his favorites. I take that back. I do have a favorite, and that is my friend Leah, who has a bakery called Sweet Treasures. She makes the best German chocolate cake in the world.
Ward says that he feels like he's in a relationship with Leah, that like when he was in high school. It's just a woman that he's chasing that just keeps rejecting him.
And she got a real job now,
And
and
all
so
he wants is a piece of cake. Piece of strawberry cake is all he wants. Or is it the Italian?
it's the
Something. He's like,
Italian cream. Yep.
yeah, he said,
Because I
that's
got him
all
for
I
his
want.
birthday. I got him the carrot cake. He's like,
Mhm.
"Oh, this is nice," but what I really wanted was the Italian cream.
Yeah, but Leah, I'm telling you,
And they're
they are
beautiful.
beautiful.
They are so beautiful. So shout out to Lil Leah and her Sweet Treasures Bakery. My God, they're just works of art. Um, Coy, do you have favorite desserts?
Ooh, something that I miss would be my grandmother's pound cake. Ooh, she used to make it from scratch.
Hmm.
And there was always one on the table every time we went to her house.
Oh, nice.
And I miss my aunt's.
Is your mouth watering? Because you sound a
It
little bit.
is.
Okay, okay.
It is. Ooh. My aunt's strawberry cake and her butterscotch cake was really good. She used to make really good rice pudding. Oh my gosh. My mom, when I was growing up, she made socket to me cake.
Oh,
Ooh.
with
Ooh, it was so
with
good. Oh my god, it was so good. A lot of this stuff I have to kind of change now because I found out later on in life I have a gluten allergy, so I have to change out the type of flour. That's it. A lot of people think it's complicated. It's really just using a different type of flour. That's it.
So do you make them yourself as a chef?
Yeah, I do from
So
time to
you so
time.
you bake as well as
Yes.
chefing. Okay.
I've even made a vegan cheesecake. I really miss.
Mm.
Oh gosh, I really miss like the regular cheesecake with the cream cheese and the a little bit of lemon juice and ooh and making it with Oreos or caramel or turtle. Oh God, Cheesecake Factory, please holla at me. I need gluten free options, please.
That that
Vegan gluten free options,
that sounds
please.
familiar, Yolanda. What about your favorite desserts?
I have so I used to didn't like desserts at all. It was always
Candy.
lemon heads. But my girlfriend Tracy, she makes this, and I don't even like cake, but she makes this chocolate rum cake that will change your life. And again, I don't like cake. And so I keep begging her to make, she just won't make it. And it's like, for my
Well,
birthday,
did you buy her the ingredients?
no, I got to, okay. You know
Well,
what?
I offered to do that for your birthday. She said, "Oh no, I got this." So did she
Okay.
make you the chocolate
No.
rum cake for your
And
birthday?
so her birthday just passed, and I was like, can I get it for your birthday? But that's not. And so, but my favorite, and if somebody could call Ward White, because I would love to have some
Banana pudding.
banana pudding. And
mm.
it's only his banana pudding because he make it like my grandmother used to make it. Like he stands over the stove and really, really,
And
really.
puts that hand on his handful to
I
get.
don't know if he can do that. But I'm telling you, Coy, it
Mm.
is. But and I bet you Ward White could figure out how to make it for you that is vegan. I bet you he could figure that out for you. It is. It's really really good. So Sybil, Coy, could you call Ward? It would, you know. That's funny. That's funny.
You asked, she said,
I
anything for
see.
you.
I see.
I don't have his number. Dang.
Oh, well.
Gotta check my email. My neighbor's email.
777-9311. Yeah, so Leah's my favorite. I miss my Auntie Mill and my Aunt Mercer's pound cakes from
And see,
growing up.
pound cakes are just so bland. What is it that they're not?
No, ma'am.
Well, maybe it was just my grandmother's. I'm only kidding. I'm only kidding.
You're gonna get it.
I know.
You're gonna get a visit.
Right.
My dear, is that you?
But pound cake, it just seems like it is. What's the flavor of pound cake?
There's vanilla in it.
Yeah, the one that my grandmother made was kind of like vanilla. It was kind of like buttery a little bit.
Yeah, it was buttery and
but
it was vanilla
like a little
and,
vanilla.
and a hint of, I forget what.
Nutmeg. I don't know what nutmeg is. I just said that.
No, but
Nutmeg is what you have like on sweet potatoes.
Oh,
Like
okay.
the candy yams.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's nutmeg. Oh, okay. Okay.
It's not paprika. I'm kidding.
That's a steak or chicken.
Sybil, we got a lot. Let's go.
Great. Okay. L Jack on YouTube. My mom's tea cakes. My mom used to make good tea cakes too. Yeah.
And I just want to throw this in here.
And Jamie D. Henry. Hey, Coy. Hey,
Who's
Coy.
that? Hey.
I'm not sure if that's his favorite dessert or what. But, you saying,
I thought he was
Coy?
somebody that knew you. That Coy was his favorite dessert.
Wait, let's see. Let's find out. Who's this?
Let's go back to the gentleman caller, shall we?
Next
Barbara
caller on the
Ferguson.
line, please.
Okay, Barbara Ferguson on YouTube. My grandmother's homemade jelly cake. I've never had jelly cake.
Jelly cake.
Jelly cake. Yeah.
Y'all are saying
I've
some
never
things I
even
want
heard
to
of jelly
try.
cake.
Dad School Clothing on YouTube. My favorite dessert is the white chocolate raspberry cheesecake from the Cheesecake Factory. You didn't mention yours, Yolanda. From
Well, you know what? So, Coy, when I go to the Cheesecake Factory, I get the key lime pie first. So that's my first meal. Like, I don't do the bread.
that's the first step.
I don't do that key lime pie because a lot of the times I get full and I don't get to eat my dessert. So I just eat my dessert first.
Because you should see her go through the bread.
Yes.
Oh, shout out to my Aunt Carol who made an amazing lemon meringue pie. I just remember that. Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
It was so good. I used to beg her for it.
Did she ever give you the recipe?
No, but she tried to make it a few times. It's been several years. I should ask her to make it again.
Sometimes the years go by and it doesn't quite taste the same.
Well, I'll go in with a hope and a smile.
There you go. And a prayer. Yeah. That you know. Please, sweet baby Jesus. Jacqueline on YouTube. I love a good piece of cake. I miss my mom's sour cream pound cake.
Oh,
Yeah, there's nothing like that pound cake and a good cup of coffee the next morning. Oh,
so is sour cream not normally in pound cake?
it's a different type.
Oh, okay.
What I know.
Okay.
Aubrey W on YouTube. My favorite desserts are butter pecan ice cream and peanut butter cake.
That's an interesting combination.
Peanut butter cake. Wow.
And butter pecan ice cream.
Wow.
Michelle High School on Facebook. I love teaches my great grandma. I love teaches leches maybe. My great grandmother made them in the 70s, but I love German chocolate cake. Yeah, I'm not sure what that is, Michelle. I love Shirley Ann Tony Davis on Facebook. My favorite dessert is yummy cake, and it's better than sex.
Okay.
I've never said that about a dessert. As much as I love dessert, I've never said
But I want to know what yummy cake is. Or is that a play on?
And maybe she's sending a shout out to somebody.
Oh, okay.
Come get this yummy cake, girl. Midnight Rider on YouTube. My grandmother's deep dish peach. Would make you slap your mama twice. Whoa.
I'll
Okay,
make a mean peach cobbler.
Oh my gosh.
I'll make a mean one. Oof.
You do?
Mm-hmm.
My aunts used to make good peach cobbler. Oh my gosh, I miss those. Rebecca Becky Jones, coconut cake. She says on Facebook.
Oof. Tea cakes.
Tea cake. Spell check. Got it. Okay, not teach
I
it.
gotta try a tea cake. I don't know know what
Oh,
that
my mom
is.
used to make really
What is a tea cake?
they're little balls of flour and dough, and you make it into a dough, and then just kind of throw it onto um, the pan and put them in the oven, and then come out and they sprinkle powdered sugar over
They're
them.
individuals.
They're
Oh,
little balls of.
Oh man, I tear that up.
oh,
You
okay.
can very easily. Sometimes you can put sometimes you put fruit in it. Sometimes you put little chocolate chips in it or some nuts or something. But ooh,
I said, well,
yeah.
you should do that.
No. Janet Ferguson on Facebook says back in the day it was pineapple upside down. I've
Hmm.
never heard anyone talk about a pineapple upside down cake. Today it's
Really?
plain cheesecake and strawberry cake. Yum.
Pineapple upside down cake is
So what
delicious.
makes it so good? What is it? What is the ingredient that and is it really upside down?
That's what they call it. So it's pretty much like a vanilla cake batter that they
Hmm.
add the pineapple juice to it. You cook it a certain kind of way, and then you put the pineapples at the bottom of the cake pan,
Got
and
it.
then you put the cake batter on top. You bake it, and then you're supposed to be able to flip it,
Is it like in a bundt cake
pull it
pan?
out. Yeah, you could do it in a bundt cake. Pull it out, and then you put the cherries on top.
Oh, with a cherry on top.
Have you done it
Hmm.
before? Or you just know that.
No, I've
Okay.
done it before and know it. And they're good. Ooh, they're so good. Oh, I
Okay.
love them.
So if
Especially when you
that
burn the
if
pineapple a little bit, just a
my
little.
oh, Shirley and Tony Davis says on Facebook, my daughter's German chocolate cake. I bet you it's not as good as Leah's. I'm sorry, Shirley, but I'm thinking it is still not as good as Leah's. Manuel Murphy on Facebook, Gone Girl, was better than.
Oh my goodness.
Oh gosh, Jamie D. Henry on Facebook. Oh, Jamie, hollering at you again. What about white cake? No, we don't like white cake.
What is
Black women refuse to have white cake.
what is white cake?
Really?
Like angel food? It doesn't taste
No,
like nothing,
no,
by the
Mr.
way.
Jamie, no white cake here. You like brown cake or chocolate cake, okay? No, none of that white cake, and you can't holler at Coy anymore after that.
So I might be doubling up on people because I don't recall.
Okay, Charlotte Bowen, Bellamy. My mother used to make a jelly pound cake. Not everyone can make it the way she does, and her sweet potato turnover is so good.
Hmm.
My hubby had a chance to taste the sweet potato turnovers. He said no one can touch her. Is
Oh,
that what got him?
oh,
Charlotte, is that what got him and kept him?
oh. Okay. How about this?
Zoretta French Hayes on Facebook, vanilla chocolate pound cake.
Is it like
Like a
swirled or
swirl?
something?
Yeah.
Hmm.
So, can y'all? I know y'all can't do white, but can you do vanilla? Because vanilla can look white. Can you?
That's a white cake. It's a white cake.
Okay, but it's not vanilla cake.
No, it's a white cake.
Gotcha. And we
Like
can
white
do
cake is
white cake.
different.
We
Okay.
cannot do white cake. We don't do
Oh, we
white cake.
can't do white cake. We can do vanilla.
Although I must say, Leah is one of those unusual people, as great as her desserts are, and wanted to do something for her. She likes a plain white cake with the white buttercream frosting.
Hmm.
I'm like, all that you do, and it's one bakery in Dallas that makes it just the way she likes it.
So, Sybil, you need to clarify this.
Okay. Where's Leah? She's not. She doesn't have a space. It was, just we just call her up, or I would turn to her at work and say, Leah, I need. But look her up on Instagram. It's Sweet Treasures Bakery. It's and beautiful creations too, and they taste as good as they look.
Oh, this is what she says, but
Brenda Brooks Perry just recently the cheesecake from Copeland's. Where did you go to Copeland's?
right. That's what I
want to know.
Right. That spinach artichoke dip.
Dip.
Copeland's.
Yes, that, yeah.
I think they still have one here out
They
just
do
outside
in
of Atlanta,
Atlanta
if I'm not mistaken.
because they had
It would
one.
be
They
up
had a
in
couple here, and they closed the one in
Cobb County, I want to say.
North Dallas, and then they moved to the burbs out here, and I think that's gone.
Right. So, but I
Well, it's
thought
called
this would be-
Copeland's of New Orleans now. I guess
Right.
it's the same.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Pamela Sullivan
Got two.
on Facebook. Me anything chocolate. Yeah, I'm a chocolate girl too. I used to just love. I used to just like to make brownies, and they were so good. First time I ever made them from scratch, I was like, oh damn, good girl, good girl.
Nice. I don't know what this means, but
Okay, this will be the last one. Oh, baklava.
Oh,
You know,
baklavas are
it's a Greek
good.
dessert. It's a
What is?
pastry. It's a pastry. It's
Oh, okay.
levels of pastry and
It's
and
got like
honey and might have
pistachios.
yeah and
Oh,
some.
nobody said real velvet cake. That's a new black folks cake.
Well, it's
Wow.
old. I don't think
Oh,
it's
it's
new.
not. You can't say that, Coy. I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
No, I'm saying wow. Nobody said it.
Oh, okay.
Renita
Okay.
Bland's. I love velvet cake. RV donuts. RV red velvet everything. I guess. Okay.
I don't think anybody likes red velvet as much anymore because they're not really making it from scratch like the traditional recipe calls for. Like it's a certain
Real
type of
velvet.
chocolate that you're supposed to use. And you're supposed to let it oxidize. And I think what's out now is a lot of people are using food dye and all this other stuff, and it's not the red velvet that we know. Because the
Right.
one that we know, delicious. The one that's
Yeah.
now,
Not so
tastes like
much.
plastic.
Well,
So
I
is
always
it,
thought it was out of style once white people started ordering it. Not once I saw somebody talking about it on a Hallmark movie for a wedding cake. They wanted. I like red velvet, but he likes. And I was like, oh no,
Mm-mm.
we
now it's over for
we
us.
done. We done. We,
It's like
we
when a
doing that.
baby bird flies out the nest and a
Right.
human touches it, and the
Right.
parents are like,
Right.
oh
No,
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 no.
You're on your own.
Mm-mm.
Y'all are hilarious to me. Y'all really are. Y'all really are.
Well, thanks for participating. I love when we do the food calls. That's great.
Now I want to go bake.
I know.
Oh,
So we can let you go if you promise to bring something back by the end of the show.
why don't you try to do a rum chocolate cake? A chocolate.
Mm. Hmm.
Try it.
If you do that, your boss will be very, very happy.
I should try it.
You should try it, Coy.
Then I should perfect the recipe so when we have our next get together.
But Coy, but don't make it for you. Make it for me.
Are you serious?
No.
The only difference is the flour. That's it.
Okay, well, I don't know,
She
Coy. I
doesn't-
don't
she
know, but
doesn't want the
you got a lot of
gluten-free.
stuff going on with your diet, and I'm just saying.
But there's
I can
no
make
more
one for you
gluten
though.
free.
I can make it. I can make it. And it'll be
Yeah.
great.
I've had gluten free and I've had regular. I can't tell the difference.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's really
And you,
no.
Coy?
No, it's even in the measurements are 1 for 1, so you can substitute it. Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Coy, you are a real cook. Go, girl.
She's a chef.
All right, Jamie.
Come on, Jamie. If you're gonna step up, you better.
Okay.
I'm still scrolling through Facebook trying to figure out who this is.
Let's go to and happy anniversary to my friend April Ryan. And she and her husband just celebrated their first wedding
First
anniversary.
year,
And they had, I think it was like baked Alaska or something, was frozen, and they set it on fire, and then they cut it, and it was a lot. Let's move to trending topics. Tomorrow will be the big interview. iHeartMedia has announced a town hall event titled "We the People," an audio town hall with Kamala Harris and Charlemagne the God. The hour-long discussion will take place live in Detroit just 3 weeks before the critical and all-important 2024 elections. The dialogue will cover various significant topics surrounding the election and hopefully providing listeners with insights into their nominee's platform. Charlemagne expressed his commitment to amplifying the local voices, stating, "I want local voices from Detroit and voices from all over the battleground states." That leaves the other 44 of us out. But okay, 44 states, that is, to get the opportunity to ask Vice President Kamala Harris some questions. If you get through, ask her if she'll do my show. Black men, you call.
So, what would you want from her that she hasn't already given?
What's her favorite card game? And does she talk trash?
I bet she does.
I bet you she does, because she's a cusser.
Yeah.
You know what her favorite cuss word is.
Well, you'll
We
probably.
do?
Oh yeah, we do.
I missed that part.
Well, you will probably be invited to her house at Christmas. You should challenge her to a game of Bit Whiz.
Okay.
Yeah, and she went to Howard. She gotta,
Okay, you're right.
So I'm going to do everything I can to listen to this tomorrow before we go on the air. I'm just curious how it will sound. It's going to be on iHeart. There are 130 iHeart radio stations nationwide and streamed on the iHeart radio app as well. And that's at 5 o'clock Eastern, 4 o'clock Central, 2 o'clock in Pacific.
Good for him.
Oh, everybody, early voting starts tomorrow. Enjoy.
Yeah, That's my story for tomorrow is talking about early because did you go see President Clinton while he was in Georgia?
No, I wasn't aware that he was here. It's probably one of these heavy traffic days.
No, no. You know what? He was going to the smaller towns. He went to like Augusta. He went to Fort. What is that? Fort. That's where Bernard is from. Fort Valley, Fort Valley, Valdosta, and he's going to all the way out places where people don't get an opportunity to ask the questions, or they may not see the vice president or the governor. And so he's going out and going. He went to a fish fry. He went to church. He went to a fish fry, and he went to people's houses and ate well. So I know none of this is on his diet. None of this. So that's probably why he decided to do it. He's on his way to North Carolina. Their early voting begins on Thursday.
They said he gained a lot of weight during his presidency too.
Yeah, yeah. And he's had some heart issues too.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping that he's taking care of himself while he's on the road, because there's nothing like road food that'll mess you up. So this also is news regarding the vice president. She's going to have her first interview with Fox News. Ooh. The network announced today that its chief political anchor, Bret Baier, will interview the vice president Wednesday in Pennsylvania. That's one of the key battleground states. Their conversation will be pre-recorded in the afternoon and air later that night on Baier's special report at 6 o'clock Eastern on Fox News. This is her decision to sit for the interview. And every day, I don't know if you guys have the Fox app, but every day I wake up and it's like, this is day number 832 since the vice president has been in the race and has not had an interview. It's like, it's not.
Well, that's why I asked that question. That people keep wanting her to do interviews, but what else can she say?
Yeah, there's very, very little.
But
Yolanda, there is something about saying that I had an interview with the vice president. I still consider it an honor when I interviewed Barack Obama when he was a senator and he was running for president the first time. That was a real.
So it's a personal thing. So again, and so not excluding you.
No, don't exclude me, because I mean.
It seems like that it is just self. It's for self, because you're not really doing anything to educate. Because what else can she say?
What size shoe does she wear?
A 9.
Where does she get her shoes?
Nordstrom's.
If she said Nordstrom's rack, I would be really impressed. Or DSW.
Oh my God! If she said DSW,
come on. Like, do you remember when Charlemagne the God asked Hillary Clinton when she was running what she carries in her purse, and she brought out the small bottle of hot sauce?
Yep,
she did. She said, "No, you don't." She went right in her purse, her pocketbook, and she pulled out the travel size of hot sauce. She sure did. Which I don't even know if it really is what she carries in her purse, but that was a great move.
That was, yeah, just in case.
Yeah. That was like Bill Clinton knowing every stanza of "Lift Every Voice and Sing."
And
Black folks don't know.
I don't. Yeah.
And Bill Clinton can sing back, and this was back in the day,
right?
When he could do that. So she's gonna speak before the folks of Fox News, and that's gonna be Wednesday. And Donald Trump he's also gonna speak before Fox.
Of course he is.
He's got a town hall, I believe, with female voters. But other Democrats are going and speaking before Fox. Pete Buttigieg is like a regular on some Fox News programs.
He's good too.
And Governor Walz is also. He's done 2 appearances on Fox News since becoming the vice presidential nominee. So she's going to do this. She hasn't gotten a lot of great reviews, like they talk about the CBS, but she did it. So
yeah.
I don't know. In that case, Yolanda, I'm with you. What more do you want?
Yeah, I mean, that goes into the undecided. What else can she say to sway you?
Right. Yeah.
Like,
you're not going to vote. Just tell us.
I'll write you a check for $35. Personally.
Right. So check this out, Coy. This is for you. Bath and Body Works is apologizing for a candle with a label that resembles the Ku Klux Klan hoods. The candle that the creative types hoped would be known for its cozy notes of buttermilk, musk, and vanilla has become a viral blunder by one of the country's most popular home fragrance chains, Bath and Body Works. They pulled its snowed in candle from shelves after online critics said the label included imagery resembling garb worn by Ku Klux Klan members. The design, which was meant to be a paper snowflake, I've never seen a snowflake that resembles a Klan hood, but it does look similar to the KKK's white cone shaped hood with cutouts around the eyes. A spokesperson for Bath Body Works said the resemblance was unintentional. The company is committed to listening to our teams and customers and committed to fixing any mistakes we have. We apologize to anyone we offended and swiftly working to have this item removed and are reevaluating our process going forward. Have some Black people in the room.
Mm-hmm. And what's crazy is in a lot of the a lot of the reviews that were calling this out, there's a lot of white people saying it. And one person called it a clandle.
A clandle. That's funny. Let's go get some clandles, honey. This came at a bad time. Obviously, Bath and Body Works really leans heavy on their holiday traffic and sales.
Mm-hmm.
And here we are just going into the holidays, and they make a third of their annual sales during the holidays.
Oh, wow.
Yep.
And so they are saying that, this is not a good time to see decline, and they've already seen a decline in sales over the years. So
have they?
Yeah. Does anyone own a robot vacuum?
I do.
Do you know what the make is?
What is the name of that doggone thing? I forgot.
Well, you bought mine.
Oh, then it's a high end.
Yeah, because it was one of the first ones. I wouldn't buy it for me.
Right.
So yeah.
You said you want. People who own EcoVacs have reported their automatic vacuums have been hacked, and whoever's behind the hacking spews out nasty talk and racial slurs.
Probably a 12-year-old.
So ABC News in Australia, they're reporting that owners of robot vacuums across multiple U.S. states experience invasive hacking of their devices by individuals who took physical control of the cleaning bots and used their internal audio features to shout racial slurs at people in their homes. One owner first heard garbled voices coming from the device, then noticed the vacuum's live feed camera and remote controls were turned on via the device's app. All of the affected devices were manufactured by EcoVac, specifically the company's D-Bot X2 model. At least 3 EcoVac's D-Bot X2 vacuums were hacked. Reports of compromised robots in Minnesota, Texas, and California. The hackers were taking advantage of the onboard speaker, remote controls, and camera in order to cause mischief. One of those hacked, a Minnesota lawyer, said he was innocently watching TV when his vacuum come to life. It sounded like a broken up radio signal or something. You could hear snippets of maybe a voice. And after logging onto the app, he observed that a stranger was using the live camera feed and remote control feature. He changed the password, rebooted the robot, but this didn't solve the problem. He had to rip everything out and put it in the garage. The robot, if people just change the battery and the password, the robot will begin again with a voice. And they said in some of these places, the racial slurs from the speaker in front of the family, children, and what have you. And they said they thought it was a teenager. The EcoVac say, well, we got an update coming, but we're not going to take your robots back. We're not going to take the robots
I'm mad at you. I wish you would have ran this story by me first.
Why?
Because Ward White already have problems. Coy, the other day I was having a conversation with him, and I have an Alexa, to his chagrin.
Mine too.
Person went and unplugged the Alexa so he could tell me what he wanted to tell me. I'm like, really? So, yeah, Sybil, thanks. It's something else for us to worry about, that whoever they are listening or watching.
The ones that are stealing your DNA, probably.
That was good, Sybil. That was a good comeback. That was good. Well, first of all, they don't steal your DNA. You volunteer it.
No, they stole yours because they didn't ask for it and they're just waiting.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. You know how much I love Mickey Guyton, right? The black country music singer. She claims that calling out her her country music peer, Morgan Wallen's use of a racial slur contributed to her early labor in 2021. The Grammy nominated singer said that her public rebuke of Wallen definitely triggered her going into labor. She said it wasn't too early. It was just to be clear, but it definitely triggered. Like she got cyberbullied really bad the day before she went into labor. And the Black Like Me singer continued to address the controversy, saying that she thinks it was a lot of contributing factors other than just that. But do you remember Morgan Wallen was a contestant on The Voice? He got this big contract, and he just, a young kid, and he was recorded by a neighbor spewing out the N word as his friends were going down the road driveway from his home. And the neighbor recorded it, and it went public. And his career took it didn't crater, but it did take a side.
Supposed to be on Saturday Night Live, and
then they canceled that, and his contract was put on suspension,
right,
and some other things. His name was taken off of the Country Music Awards and all that kind of stuff.
But he's back now, right?
He's really back,
and he's done Saturday Night Live.
He's done Saturday Night Live. He's apologized. He met with Kevin Lyles and a whole bunch of black.
Are you serious?
Really, seriously.
Okay.
Said, no excuse, you N words. No excuse. I promise. I'm sorry. No, he didn't say that. He did not say that.
So, Sybil, do we forgive him? Coy, do we forgive him if he apologized?
We won't forget.
Yeah. I was like, okay, but I'm gonna remember, because I'll remember.
I was about to say, Sybil, you will remember.
Yeah.
He
said, in my heart, I was never that guy that people were betraying me to be. Yeah, because alcohol does that to you. It can make you be the person that you really are.
But I thought that I thought I heard him say he is friends with black people.
Yeah, and then when they say that, some of my best friends are black people.
Okay.
I went to Meemaw's house and we had chitlins the other day. Really? Come on now. I went on Good Morning America and talked to that black guy and told him, I said, my hand, I'm sorry I called you the N-word.
Not that black guy.
Well, he could have said that N-word guy.
Oh, dang.
But yeah, he's gone on the apology tour. This happened like almost 3 years ago. So I guess people let it go. And Mickey, she said it put a spotlight on this business. She said, when I read comments saying this is not who we are, I laughed because it's exactly who country music is.
Wow.
And she's witnessed it for 10 years. And I think that the spotlight that, excuse me, I think the spotlight that has been put on country music, when you think about Beyonce and her album and things like that, and not getting nominated, and people, just because she's a black girl doesn't mean, and she's country, that don't make her country. Well, there's a lot of, there are varying degrees of racism, and I think she's experienced some of that too. But I do love her, and I really hope the best for her, that she, she's like, I've been in it, I've seen it. She wrote a song called Black Like Me.
And she's a sweet girl.
And she's a sweetheart, and you know her. Yeah, yep. I'm a big fan.
Yeah, I actually talked with her maybe a couple of months ago. She's gold.
She's in a really good place too.
Yes, she is. She's so happy. It's so great to see how happy she is.
A beautiful little boy, and just happy and married, and doing the Democratic National Convention. Good for her.
Yeah.
So not mad at that. All right, good for you, Mickey Guyton. Yolanda, let's go to the Jewel.
But before we do that, that was entertainment. Before we do that, somebody did this. Did you know this?
I forgot. Yeah, I posted.
Today?
No, she died over the weekend. Yeah, thank you, Z, for reminding. Wanda Smith, who was a comedian and a co-host on a number of very popular Atlanta area radio shows and syndicated, passed away. She had, it was post-surgery. She had a female surgery, and then traveled. And when she was traveling, she became ill and subsequently passed away.
That's what happened?
Hmm. That was the report that we got Saturday.
Wow.
Yeah.
How old was she?
I don't know, but I'm thinking Wanda was in her 50s. She had 2 sons and a grandchild.
Oh my.
But that doesn't mean she was in her 50s. She could be in her 40s. But you know what I mean? I really believe she was in her 50s. And a lot of people gave her a lot of love. Unfortunately, a lot of people only discovered Wanda when she was 58. Thanks, Rose. Only discovered her when she had that run-in with the little man. What's the little comedian?
Cat Williams.
Cat Williams, yeah.
Be nice, Sybil.
But we have been listening to her for years.
Yeah, well, in
years.
Atlanta, but I'm saying
Frank
people
Ski.
around the
Yeah.
country, not unless they saw her on stage because she was a comedian, and she got a lot of love from the comedians who worked.
She
with her.
did?
Mhm.
Good. Yeah, I missed that. Oh.
Yeah. So God bless her. I'm so sorry. Thank you for the reminder, Z.
Thank you, Z.
Okay, Yolanda.
So this week we're going to talk about being honest with yourself. Everybody take a second and just breathe and be honest with yourself, because being honest with yourself is the first step towards personal growth. So just be honest with yourself.
What if you don't want to grow?
That's something.
That's honest.
That is honest. And I would ask, if somebody say I don't want to grow, I would just simply ask, why not? Why wouldn't you want to grow?
Because I'm happy here.
Afraid to feel.
Go louder, Coy.
What did you say,
Afraid
Coy?
to feel. They're probably afraid to feel those changes and what it requires.
Right. Okay. That's it. No judgment. I'm just inquiring. I'm just here to put it out there and to inquire, not to judge.
All right, everybody. Thank you so much. R.I.P. Wanda Smith. Thank you guys and appreciate you. And see you soon. Aloha.
Peace to you.